Hey guys, coming at you with another holster review, Kydex holster review. Armed Civilian 556 sent me a couple of holsters, and I've been testing these out for the last little while, one more so than the other just because that's what I've been carrying. And again, it's Armed Civilian 556, that is his YouTube channel name, and I'll put a link in the description box below. I'll probably put something around this area as well. But this is just kind of a quick peek at the holster, and you guys know I have become a big fan of the Kydex stuff. Just love it. And these are really good looking holsters too. Before we go on too much further, let's go ahead and take a look at what it looks like underneath the shirt, as these are specifically designed for concealment use. Right now I'm wearing the CXP for the Glock 23 or 27. They'll actually work with both. And I've got a strong side right here. Make it print just so you can kind of see where we are. So with this type of shirt, you can see that it hides very well. Now this shirt is a little bit of a thicker cotton shirt, and that's what I find I have to use when I want to conceal a OWB outside the waistband holster. But that's what you're looking at right there. Again, this is the Glock 23. And one reason I really like these holsters is because the Kydex, there's just something about Kydex. I love it. One, you guys know I do a lot of backcountry type stuff, so I don't have to worry about it getting, you know, the leather getting ruined out there due to the moisture and the elements. But more so, I mean, if you have to use your gun and you've got to reholster, one of the best things about this is it's just so easy to put right back into the holster and you're done. Love them for range use. These are really cool holsters. Again, just to give you kind of a quick look of what it looks like underneath. Conceals quite well. Right now while I'm filming this, it is fall, so the heavier clothing is starting to come out. You wear a hooded sweatshirt like this and this thing's gonna just disappear in there. Again, this is just kind of a reference of what it looks like underneath. What really aids in the concealment of this holster, especially for a G23, is the fact that it rides so close to the body. This particular holster is designed for the 3 o'clock position. It's got a nice curvature to it, and we'll take a closer look at that once we sit down and I take this off. But you can see how close that rides to the body. Here's a bit closer look at the holsters. The one on the left here, that is made for the G23, which will also fit the G27 like I mentioned before. This holster is designed for the XDS. I've just got the G27 that are holding it up for me. But you can take a look at the beautiful carbon fiber print on that. That's actually an overlay on top of the Kydex. And you can see if you've worn it, it will wear a little bit, and I'm okay with that. I kind of like that look. But it's a really awesome look. The carbon fiber is very nice, and you can see that I have used these quite a bit already. But this is meant for the 3 o'clock position, and you can see the curvature. It's a very comfortable rig, and happy with it as well. I love when I get my hands on a good holster. It just makes all the difference in the world when you're carrying concealed. I've used the Glock holster the most, and I've used it heavily. I've used it daily in my concealed carry. I've used it on many different shooting trips, and it's held up great. There's no cracking. There's been no problems with it. I'll show you the retention. Nice snap into place. And that's not going to go anywhere. As I hit tripod. And just for good measure, let's go ahead and put the 27 in there as well. That's not going anywhere either. Because I so recently returned from front sight, one of the things I noticed there on many of the what seem to be new gun shooters are the holsters they used. Instead of sitting up close to the body like this, a lot of their holsters were just hanging. I mean, to the point where if this is my side, this is how they were pointed. The weight of the gun just pulled them off, and they were just about like this. You will not find that with these holsters. These holsters take the gun and they bring it right up against your body. They keep it straight up and down and very comfortable to use. Both these holsters are designed for outside the waistband carry. Again, the Glock holster is meant more for the 3 o'clock position, whereas the CX2S, I believe is what it is called, this is designed, you can use it for the 3 o'clock, but you can also put it a little bit further back to the 4:30, 5 o'clock position, somewhere around there, however you like it. But this works very well in either of those positions, as I have used it in both, and I've used this on several shooting trips as well. The holster for the XDS is no different than the Glock holster in that it rides very close to the body and keeps the gun high and, like I said, close, and it is great for concealment. Quick look at the back and the small differences between the two holsters. You can see this one has a little bit higher sweat guard than the other. This one's a little bit more minimal. Of course, it's not as big as a gun that's intended to conceal either. But I've been happy with both of these, again having used this one much more. But I wouldn't hesitate recommending either one of these. Now, Armed Civilian 556 has a large inventory of blue guns. For those that aren't familiar with blue guns, they're just it's a fake gun that's the exact mold and size of a real gun. That's how he can make so many molds. So he has probably 80%, 90% of most of the common guns out there. So if you're looking for something specific, he likely has it. Armed Civilian 556 also mentioned that he might be playing with some other ideas about holsters for inside the car, those type of things. So I don't know exactly how far he's got on those ideas, or maybe he already has them in place. But something else that you might want to ask him, and if you're interested in some of that stuff, that might be kind of interesting and fun to play with as well. I think he does knife sheaths. That's something else you can contact him about. And the best way to get a hold of him right now is to go to his YouTube page. And guys, I wouldn't be directing you there if I didn't think he was up to the task of making good holsters. And in my communications with him, he seems like just a good guy. He will have a website up and going soon. I think it's in the process of getting done, maybe at the beginning of November. So I will, if I get a hold of that and it's up, maybe I'll come back and annotate this so it can be, you can be directed to that as well. Make sure to tell him that Crockett 20 sent you. And he has many choices of colors, patterns. I think he's got a turnaround time about 7 to 12 business days. At least that's the last it was when he talked to me. And they're great holsters, guys. Can't say it enough. Go over there and check it out. Give him a look. He's got some videos posted of his holsters, so you can kind of take a look and see if there's something that interests you. As always, guys, thanks for watching. It's much appreciated. Holstering, and I just don't like the way that's starting off.